Hi there. Now, as a YouTuber, I feel like any day my channel will just die off and I will have to get a proper job, but I have no skills apart from building in Minecraft. So I had a genius idea. I decided to open a shop on Fiverr where I will charge the hefty amount of $5. $5 is actually the minimum. I couldn't go lower. If I could, I would have. And I will build whatever the customer wants. However, I realized quite quickly that I'm not actually that good at building people's demands. So please subscribe so I can keep this going, as otherwise, I'm screwed. Let's open for business. So our first customer is Devo4343, who said, "Hi Joel, I would like to throw it back a bit and for you to make another version of the house from Up, but with a twist. Make the house in the sky as if it was flying and find a creative way for someone to get up to the house in survival mode. So like no ladders and stuff." Okay Devo, let's get to work. So Devo also wanted a modded world, so of course I had to make a Up house in massive amounts of detail, although I didn't do the inside, I'm going to say that right now. I kind of built the house a bit too small, and building the inside would have been very weird and claustrophobic. And the way I got round the not being able to use a ladder thing was that I built it on the edge of a cliff, where the only way you can get onto it is by using a jump boost potion. I thought that was quite funky. Otherwise, this house is kind of hard to get to. I guess you could build to it, but say it's protected. You can't build to it. And this was actually the longest one that I built of all the 5 orders that I had. This was my first one, and it was also my longest one. It took me about 3 hours to build this in total. As you can see, there's quite a lot of detail, lots of fiddly little bits, which took way too long to finish. You'd think the balloons would be the hard bit, as there's so many of them, but no, I found a world edit command to make the balloons really quickly, as you see here in a second. But I hope Devo is happy with his order. We will submit it to him and send him the world. But first, let's have a quick look at it ourselves. So as you can see, the house is completely floating, being held up by the mass of balloons. And if you are in survival mode, you can't jump across, you just miss. However, if you get a jump boost potion, then you can jump across with ease and land on the doorstep. Inside, it's empty like I said. There's just no space in here for anything. I think the proportion's a bit off as well. But who cares when you've got the outside to look at? You've got little fairy lights heading off down there. This thing casts a massive shadow on the mountain, so it's going to be easy to spot. I guess the rainbow balloons would make it easy to spot as well. But there we go, let's send that to Devo with all the mods he needs as well. And move on to customer number 2. Now our next order comes from Lindsay, who says, "Hi, could you build the town hall from Animal Crossing New Leaf? Never played Animal Crossing, but let's give this a shot." So she requested this one to be built on a flat world, which is always easier for me because I don't have to find somewhere pretty to build it. And I found a few images on Google of what the town hall looks like on Animal Crossing New Leaf. So for those who play Animal Crossing, hopefully this makes sense. Although the colours did seem to change sometimes, so I'm not entirely sure if these are the right colours or if they just change randomly throughout the game. But I went with this colour scheme because it had a little bit of green in it, and you know me, I love my greens. Including vegetables. Eat your vegetables, everybody. But another modded build, and in fact I think every single person requested a modded build. I even built the flag on the side, which doesn't look amazing, but I was limited on space. And then for the inside, I found some pictures of the inside, and it just didn't make sense logistically where the door was, so I sort of just adapted it to be around where the door was on mine and added in like these desks and stuff in a little waiting area. Here is the final design. I really like how the clock looks. I think that looks really awesome. It also glows, so at night it still looks pretty cool. But here's the flag I was talking about. It just looks a bit messy, so ignore that. But inside we have like a little step up because I felt like the windows were too low. And then we built this sort of like welcome desk here with a working door like so. A mat. We've got like a desk back here, the computer, not really enough space for chairs as I wanted them to be able to walk around. Bookshelves, and we've got like a little waiting area over here, a little coffee table, a coat hanger, and this plant here. Very cute, and I have no idea if it looks anything like it does in Animal Crossing, but hopefully it does, and they'll be satisfied with the build. Our third order comes from Jared, who has a very weird request. They said, "I want to see what you can do with a date, in brackets, the fruit, that is on a date with Lizzie. Ooh, scandalous. At the Kumquat Karaoke Bar. Good luck, have fun." Now I googled Kumquat Karaoke Bar. It's not a thing, so I had to make my own. And I decided a kumquat karaoke bar would probably be outside and very tropical looking. I've no idea if kumquats need a tropical climate to grow in, but I thought an outside karaoke bar is quite unique and looks quite nice. So I actually built a kumquat tree in the center of the karaoke bar as well, so you know it's the kumquat karaoke bar. And then I added a load of palm trees around the edges, which are not kumquat related. And in the center, of course, is Lizzie having a date with a date. Quite tricky to build Lizzie's skin, especially sitting down, but the date, you'll see in a second, was very easy to build, as dates are just wrinkly and boring and not that interesting. And here it is. We've added a load of cute stuff to this. I think it looks like a very romantic place to take someone for a date. We've got a load of flowers out here and stuff leading up to the gate where we head in to the karaoke bar. Lots of plates on these tables from people eating and enjoying the karaoke. We've got these sort of like fairy lights, and then this bunting here as well, which looks nice. Here is the kumquat tree. Lots of little kumquats on it in the center of the kumquat karaoke bar. And here is Lizzie, who is looking a little wide. I'm sorry about that. Having a date with a date, which is just a messy blob of wrinkled brown stuff. But they got a candle. It's looking very romantic, isn't it? And then here is the karaoke stage, where of course we got the kumquats karaoke. We got a microphone and we got a monitor so people can sing their heart out and do some karaoke on the stage. Maybe love is in the air because of this date with the date that Lizzie is on. Kumquat karaoke bar complete. I hope they like their build. Order number 4 comes from Christine, who sent me a picture of their dog and wanted it modded. So I asked them if they wanted me to build their dog, to which they said yes, it's for their son and he loves this little dog. I can't build animals at all, so I apologize and they may want to refund this. So they said their dog was a papillion, I think it's pronounced, which I've never even heard of before. I've never seen this dog breed, but they're really fluffy and I was like, oh no, how am I going to build a really fluffy dog in Minecraft? I can't even build anything in Minecraft that's an animal. And at first I gave it some massive paws which were way too big, and the way I decided to add fluff was just add lots of little strands using the Chisel and Bits mod, and it kind of just looks like a lion. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look good. I really apologize. The dog in the picture was so cute, and look what I've made. It's just so not fluffy looking. It just looks really wiry and gross, and oh gosh, I'm gonna show you around it in a second. It's kind of sat on this little table with its paws up on this bush, but its arms are way too long, I've realized. Honestly, their dog was so cute in that little photo, but this, it's kind of cute, but it doesn't really look like their dog whatsoever. It kind of looks like a mix between a dog and a lion. It's kind of got like some really weird proportions as well. Its arms are really long, and then its legs are tiny at the back here. So it's also got massive paws at the back and little paws at the front. Like I said, I can't build animals, and this doesn't really look like a papillion in comparison to the Google images. So if they want to refund their $5, then they can go for it. I did it in this lavender field, though, to make it look like it's in a pretty area, and I sort of exchanged the blankets in the photo for this big block. But then I realized the block was too big, so I had to add this table in at the back for the dog to sit on. And I don't really know what else to say about this, to be honest. It's not my finest work. I feel really bad that people have paid for this because it looks nothing like their dog. I'm so sorry. Please refund the money. I don't want the $5 for this. Our final order today comes from Lilith Burgess, who says, a modded world would be cool. Can you build a floating cloud with a little cottage on it with a waterfall going off it falling into a garden? Sounds very cute. Let's get building. So luckily with the mod pack I'm using, there's actually this cloud block which is very see-through and looks, you guessed it, like a cloud. So I decided to build this thing above this really nice autumn looking biome across this lake here, which I actually moved the cloud in a second because I wanted it to be above land and not above a lake. And then I used the Chisel and Bits mod as well as loads of other mods to make this really small cute little cottage because I didn't want to make it massive as it's on top of a cloud. So obviously it's got to be pretty light as it's floating. Just kidding. Of course it's not actually going to be really light. It's made out of stone. And the thing I really love about cottages is just the amount of like plants and overgrownness they look like from the outside. I did in this little flowery grass here, then I did in loads of little flowers and stuff like that, plus a fence at the front, and of course I had to decorate the inside, so I made this really cute little interior using some mods to decorate it. And here is the island from afar. As you can see, it's got some water going down. I didn't actually do a garden at the bottom, which I kind of forgot about. But I think just going down into this little tree area will probably be good enough. And I actually added a garden up here instead to make it look really magical up here. I've got like this cute little garden with like a bench, a pond with a candle on it. Lots of cute trees and stuff like that. And then there's also this pathway to the cottage itself where you go through the gate. It says welcome home on the mat there. You got loads of different flowers and stuff. You got a couple of trees and another little pond over here. A lot of these are actually custom. I made this myself, and this little yellow tree here, plus all the ivy on the walls and this big bush and the ivy over here as well. Added some crates around here, and I sort of made it look like it was a sort of old cottage with adding in some mossy cobblestone just around. Roof layout is very simple, but I think it looks really cute. And then we got the chimney as well with some smoke coming out of it. And then inside here, we have a small kitchen area where we've got a cupboard, an oven, a sink, and a fridge. Just the basics. A little table to sit on, a chest, a bookshelf with some books, then a cute little fireplace here with a blue fire on it, because blue fire doesn't burn down all this wood that I would have placed. And then, of course, got a shelf over here with a little flower on it, and a bed as well, which is looking really cute in the corner. A little bit of a blue theme going on here, you can see. But hopefully they are satisfied with this build. I think it looks really cute. I'm really happy with it. And I hope it's worth the $5 they paid for it. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 5 builds for the 5 customers today. Let me know in the comments if you want to see something like this again, as I have closed my shop up for now. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and comment, and I shall see you another time. Goodbye.